Hello, everyone. So today we are going to discuss something about the professional image. That's the next part of the first module. So here in this particular session, we'll be dealing the profession and how the image is created for such a profession. Till now, previously we discussed about what is professionalism, characteristics of professionalism, traits and qualities of professionals, isn't it? Now today we'll be seeing how to create an image in your profession. So let us see that in depth. So let us see the important attributes of the professional image. There are four main attributes of the professional image. First one, appropriate professional appearance. I told you about the professional appearance, that how you walk, how you talk, then how you try to present yourself, the dress code, the eye contact, everything matters a lot. Then the second is use of correct manners and the etiquettes. Yeah, the ways of different sorts of manners are there, like greeting the people, wishing the people in the morning or in the evening or in the night, whatever it is, respecting the other person, then trying to be more polite and try to look at the face of the people and talk to them. Then if you're in the table manners, like in the dining etiquette, you should know that you're not supposed to talk while eating food, or you must be more polite when you speak on phone. So there are different types of etiquettes, like sending email, you need to be more polite. So email etiquettes you have, then you have dining etiquettes you have, then you have regarding the dress codes you have, then you have telephone etiquettes you have, different etiquettes. So please be aware of that. Then appropriate personal behavior, your attitude, your personality, your perception, how you try to take up the risk in life, all these things has to be noted. Effective communication. Now, let us see the appropriate, let us see them in detail. The first thing is appropriate professional appearance. So what do you mean by this? The professional appearance is a composite of your professional dress code. That is about the grooming, the way you groom yourself. So professional dress can be defined as dressing in such a manner to enhance your authority, promote your respect, and aiding this for promotion. Because if you perform, it's not only your performance which matters in the organization, but also how you try to present yourself and how you try to impress the other people in the organization or in the workplace is very important, which really helps you, or which fuels in for your higher prospects, be it in the career development or in the promotional activities. And also it helps in promoting the advanced opportunities at the workspace. Then we have the professional dress. It also includes appropriate clothing, which is selected based on certain factors like profession. You need to wear a coat. You can see this in the image, how that person is looking like a gentleman, like he's wearing a coat and he has a proper way of appropriate dressing. It's neatly ironed and very neat and tidy, isn't it? With a wide smile, with a gentle smile. And how's the cropping of hair done? It is also very neatly combed, isn't it? So like that it should be. How you have to tie, where do you tie the watch? The gents normally tie the watch on the left hand and the ladies tie it on the right hand. Why is it so? Because it's a culture that we have to note. Then companies' policies, different organizations have different values and different policies. So according to the nature of the company, the professional appearance varies. Level of customer and client interaction. Then geographic location. Is it in India or is it in America or is it in China? The culture varies. So accordingly, you have to present yourself. Clothing care and maintenance, then appropriate styles for your individual body. Now, for example, if the way how you dress in India is not the same how you wear your dress in Dubai or in Saudi Arabia. Because in Saudi Arabia, even though you are a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian or any religion, you have to follow the dress codes what they prefer. That is in wearing a parda or any other forms of that. Okay. Now, appropriate styles for your individual body, types of functions you must attend, and budget and the purchasing techniques. Let us see the important, that is the personal grooming habits. Now, personal grooming habits, if you see, they're also a very important factor in the professional image to be set. You must develop and practice good grooming habits. The way of how you dress, that cannot happen one fortnight. You have to keep on practicing it. You need to be aware of yourself first. What is your positive and negative, and correct all the negatives. So SWOT analysis is very important. So it helps to ensure that your appearance is clean and polished in your professional role. Grooming, it involves various aspects of the body like overall cleanliness, then hair, then nails, the teeth, then makeup, and so on. Now let us see the next one is manners and etiquettes. So if you see the manners, now the second part is like regarding how I told you how you try to present yourself. But when you're in the dining etiquette, you need to be more polite, don't try to talk while eating. Then you need to also be very careful while eating the food so that it does not create a bad impression or difficulty for the next person sitting next to you. Or when you're attending a call, phone call, how well you try to talk, like, hello, may I know who's speaking? That way you have to be more polite. Your professional image is also communicated through the use of the appropriate manners and the etiquettes. You should be familiar with the different protocols of behavior as they relate to the social manners and etiquettes. Mainly, if you find due to the social media platforms today, we have found that people have cut short the way of communication. And today we don't have really the essence of communication is lost. So what happens is many people go for shortcut method, and because of which the style and the ethics in communication is completely eradicated. So we need to be more and more aware, but we can't blame anyone for this. The technology plays a vital role in that. So we need to be more aware and try to correct ourselves. So there are different ways of knowing the manners and etiquettes, like making introductions and appropriate greetings. You need to introduce yourself first if you meet a person for the first time. Being able to initiate and maintain conversations. If somebody comes to you to talk to you, try to initiate discussions and try to talk to them more politely and in a very smiling and pleasant manner, cheerful manner. They should feel happy after getting you. Then respecting the customs of others, respect others' time, it's very important. Being able to express the appreciation wherever, whenever possible. If anybody makes mistake, don't try to criticize them. Just try to make it more positive and try to appreciate them when and where possible. Knowing appropriate dining rules and protocols, as I told, the dining etiquettes. Extending courteous behavior to the others, then be more courteous, be more polite, be wherever required, show a sympathy also. You are not going to lose anything by showing this attitude. Knowing how to behave in difficult situations too. If you're in a crisis, you should know how to manage it properly. Don't be so vexed or getting angry and frustrated, and don't show that anger on others who is really going to become the prey of you. Next, let us see the personal behavior, the third part. So if you see this personal behavior, now here we are going to see like regarding the, as a professional, you want to practice a code of personal behavior that demonstrates the respect for your organization and also respect for the people who works with you. So there are respect you need to show to the two people. One is to the organization, that is the superiors, and also to the people working with you, be it the superior or a subordinate. Some aspects of personal behavior like respecting the organization and its rules and regulations, being a loyal employee, then conducting the business in an ethical manner, assuming the responsibility. Wherever, whenever responsibilities are given, you need to be more open to it and try to accept it. Respecting diversity of people. If there are too many people from different countries and all, you have to respect the culture and their abilities too. Do not criticize don't compare your skill or ability with other people, and don't underestimate anyone. Next is about the communication. The fourth type is about the communication. If you see the communication, it should be clear, concise, and accurate. So whatever you do, the clarity must be there. Concise, it should be crisp, it should be precise, it should be lucid and easy to understand. And it should be accurate too. There should be authentic information there. You communicate non-verbally and verbally in the business world, isn't it? So today we are using different forms of communication: written communication, digital communication, verbal communication, non-verbal communication. But my dear friends, the study shows that 93% of communication is mainly done through non-verbal, especially through body language like facial gestures or any other forms of that. Non-verbal communications send messages about your professional image. These non-verbal communications include like your posture, the way you sit, the way you talk, the way you move around with the people, the facial gestures, the neatness, the listening skills, then the eye contact, the facial gestures, then the personal behavior and the punctuality. Finally, it's all very important. You need to keep up the time. Then effective communications required in the business environment. It includes various things like speaking correctly. Whatever you speak it more fluently and correctly. Very legibly you have to say it. So that be more louder, but don't be so harsh. Just make the people, other person sitting next to you understand what you speak. Writing appropriate communication. You need to put the question mark or full stop or exclamatory or put a pause wherever required. Don't try to give in one things in one full stretch. People will not understand. Expressing the written appreciation, then listening effectively and communicating verbally in difficult situations. Now, let us see. So we have discussed about the professional image, what are different forms of how to create the professional image and what are the factors, criteria to be considered for professional image. But my difference, it's very important for us to know what is the significance of creating such a professional image too. So one is selection of for the participation on project teams. So if you are if you have any project to be operated, you work as a team, and there, if you want need a selection, you need to create a professional image for yourself. Inclusion in social settings with the customers or the clients. So when you meet the customers or the clients who both are same, you need to know how to tackle them too. If they are more frustrated and very negative in mood, you need to be more diplomatic and handle them in a much effective manner. Selection for presentations, then promotions to positions to create a responsibility. Today you are a manager, tomorrow you might be vice president or president, and so on of the company. Then performance rating, and finally overall competitiveness in the numerous situations. Now, let us see that this affects, what is the effect of this professional image on self-confidence. So first is that gaining the respect for others. So you can gain respect of others by projecting a positive professional image. Then this respect is important as a people observe you and form opinions. It's because like first impression should be the best impression. First of all, the persons who should have not seen you, they might be seeing you for the first time. So in that case, you have to create a good image. How do you do? So you just try to be more diplomatic and handle them with a pleasant manner. So these people will create have a good perception about you. Supervisors and peers, they make judgments, choices, and decisions based on these observations over a period of time. Then second is about the first impression. As we all know, first impression is the best impression, isn't it? So it should be the best impression. And how do you do that? How do you try to maintain that particular image? So in initial, especially during the job interviews, judgments are made based on the professional image, your mannerisms, and the communication ability, what you speak. So whether you speak a lie or the truth, it's all judged based on the body languages and the verbal communication too. These judgments result in the decisions regarding whether you are the best candidate for the position or not. And based on that, you are getting selected for the job. You have only one opportunity to make the best impression, and the first impression should be the best impression. So it is left to you. You have to decide whether that challenge, will that be a challenge or an opportunity. So it is left to you. The key for the lock of your life is with you. So you have to use the right key to open the lock and get the right benefit in your life. So with this particular note, I'm stopping it over here. I hope this particular session on professional image is very clear for you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.